Hello students, welcome back to the sessions of distributed systems. Today we are going to discuss about reliable group communication. In the previous session already we have discussed with client server communication. As you all know how to make your client server communication in a reliable format, we have discussed in the previous session. In the client server communications, when we have n number of failures, we have discussed about the few failures also over there, how the system will be taken care if the client crashes after giving the request, or is how the server will be crashed and if it is taken the request from the client and it gets crashed. So all these failures we have discussed in the previous session. So if you want the detailed information about that, please review the previous session once again, right? So let us move with the group communication. When we are discussing about the group communication in the distributed systems, here every system will be called as a peer-to-peer entity, right? So if it is not the combination of client server architecture, as you all know, if we have client server architectures, if any client behaves abnormally, the server will be getting some kind of information that so and so client has been crashed out or something happened to that client because it is not responding to us. So in that way, the server will be giving that information to all the remaining clients, right? So here in the group communication, there is no such possibility because each and every system which is available in the network will be the peer-to-peer entity, right? So when we have this kind of situations, what to do will be the group communication combination. So when we are discussing about this group communication, we have to know about the scalability concept and the feedback controlling system. So if we are discussing about the scalability, group communication will be the scenario where n number of systems will be available in the network and all the n number of systems are only will be given with the request and response format. If we are going with some other extra system, let us assume that if I am going for n receivers from the sender, if I am going with the n receivers, only n receivers will be allowed. If I am about to go with the n plus 1th system, it is not possible because there will be the scalability issue. So the scalability is nothing but when we are going to increase the number of systems which are available in the network, there arises the problem, right? So this is about the scalability concept we are going to discuss over there. Now let us enter into the main concept, that is a group communication. So how the group communication will be done? As you all know, one of the organization will be having group information at one place, right? So when one of the employee gives some information, all the remaining employees will be getting that data. So that is what the group communication is, right? Here that can be done by the concept of multicasting. One user sending to n number of receivers at the same moment is called as a multicast communication. Now multicasting may be the thing of we are delivering the services or else we are delivering few messages. So that may be anything, right? When we have this kind of things, we are going to take care of the scalability concept. Means it will be good. It sounds good when we are communicating in a single point of time to n number of receivers, but when there is a problem of number of clients which are going to increase, there enters the exact problem, right? So for that, what will be the solution we are going to discuss now? Let us see. So that is what the scalability is. When we are going to increase the number of systems concept, then what will be the thing? So here we are going to maintain the feedback messages. Now if I am a sender, when a sender sends any message to all its receivers, now all the receivers, if they keep on posting the acknowledgement back to the sender, sender will be overloaded with the all acknowledgements whatever it is receiving, right? So for that purpose, what we are doing is we are stopping receivers to send such kind of acknowledgements because sender will be overloaded, right? So if the sender gets overloaded, n number of messages may be deviated, or else n number of packets will be deleted, or else it may be not in a proper state to execute all the processes properly. So for that reason, what we are doing is, all the receivers which are receiving the data from the sender will be stopped to send acknowledgement if that is a successful delivery of the message from sender to the receiver. So let us assume this procedure, this procedure is called as, first of all, feedback implosion. So feedback implosion is nothing but we are stopping receivers to send that. See, if I am the sender 1 and the receiver 1, I have sent one message. Okay, so receiver 1 should not send acknowledgement immediately, because sender will be overloaded, right? If it is one receiver, means that is okay, small environment. If there are thousands of receivers, then that will be a hectic thing to take that data to the sender. So for that purpose, what we are doing is, we are stopping all the receivers not to send the acknowledgements, delivery acknowledgements, if that is a successful case. So that is what is the feedback implosion concept, right? Now, when like how the receiver will be getting the data, how the sender will be knowing so and so message has been missed somewhere. Okay, let us assume sender has sent 25 messages to the receiver, and the receiver received after 20th message, receiver received 22nd message. In between we have lost 21, right? So in such cases, in such misses, immediately the receiver will be sending that message, that 21 message missed. So that acknowledgement sender will be received. So what is the final conclusion for this is, if that is a successful delivery of the messages or services, receiver should not reply anything. Final acknowledgement will be sending to the sender. If anything misses in between, immediately that missed acknowledgement should be sent to the sender, so that sender will be resending that data once again. So that is what will be happening in the scalability concept. If number of systems increases also, there will be no such problem, because the systems increased means feedbacks will be increased, so that for that purpose sender will be overloaded. So for that we have given the solution as a feedback implosion, where we are restricting receivers not to send the feedbacks immediately after every message. After overall sending of the message, sender will be getting the data, right? So the best example which we are seeing here is a sender is there where it is going to send 25 messages at the same time to all its receivers, right? Now whenever it sends first message M1, so M1, 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 M1. Now whenever it sends M2, last receiver, all the receivers will be holding the last sent message. So that is nothing but last is 1. Now we have sent second one. So last is 1, we have sent second. So the sequence is properly there. Now when we are at 25th, we are about to send the 25th. So the last will be 24, right? So last is 24, I have sent 25. Last is 24, I have sent 25. Here, last is 23, I have sent 25. So what happened in this scenario, the third receiver has missed with 24 message. So for this kind of things, immediately the receiver will raise 24 missed message and it will send back to the sender. So that sender will be understanding that missed 24 acknowledgement from so and so receiver. So I have to send that 24 message back to that receiver. So this is a final state where we are going to have a reliable group communication with a proper acknowledgements and feedbacks, right? So this is the best example. In this, the main 2 points we are about to know is the message transmission. So message transmission will be very easy when we are missed with any information. So that information we are sending to that receiver, right? Message transmission to the missed receiver only. Now feedback reporting will be like as usual. So when we are giving the feedback, missed data I am giving back to the sender, right? From sender, the missed data will be sent, that is message transmission. From receiver, the missed acknowledgement will be sent to the sender. So that is reporting feedback. Now feedback controlling will be done in two ways. The first one is a non-hierarchical model and the second one is the hierarchical model. When we are in a non-hierarchical model, there is no parent-child relationship. All the entities, all the host or is the peer entities will be arranged in one order, and sender will be readily available to send some data. So all the receivers will be getting that data. So if that is a proper successful information, we are not acknowledging anything. If anything missed in between, we are going to acknowledge back to the sender. So that is what we have seen in the default version, right? Now the concept enters with the hierarchical model. See, in the hierarchical model, the major agenda is multicasting, and also we should have a coordinators available at few points. So that is done again with the hierarchical model, where there will be sender network, receiver network and few other networks available, right? Now when we have one network as a root, if I have selected one network here and here I have the sender. Now I am taking this whole network as a root and some other network as left child, some other network as a right child. So in this manner we are going to maintain the hierarchical point. Now every point of the network we will be having a common coordinator, right? So this coordinator will be responsible to whom we are communicating, I mean to which network, to which child we are communicating, right? Now the sender, which is belonging to the root version of the network, will be sending few address details and message details to the coordinator, and from this coordinator we are going to the coordinator where receiver is available. So receiver is available in this network, right? So this coordinator will be readily available to communicate with the sender coordinator, and from this coordinator receiver will be getting the data, right? So this is a good reliable group communication. In a hierarchical feedback controlling will be very easy when we are discussing about the group communication and multicasting. If you have any doubts in this, please be free to contact any time in the college. Thank you.